Taking action, guys, it's the part when 99% of the people are failing in. And you made your choice. You chose right now to do your first step and to find out exactly how you can get out of the rat race. So you recognize my voice and now you will know who I am. I'm Daniel and I'm exactly in your situation. At least I've been. I was running on this wheel for a couple of years when I was working as an employee, and I was switching my time with money, like 90% of the people in the world. I was working 12 hours a day on shifts in a work that I didn't like. And as you see here, this metaphor from a very famous book, the name is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. It was a top seller in the US for 25 years. And it actually doesn't really talk about being a rat. Okay, it doesn't talk about being only a metaphor for a rat that runs on a wheel. It talks about us, because what we are running on a sort of a route to an unknown destination, but we think that we're going somewhere, but actually the truth is that we're stuck. We're not really getting forward to anywhere. We just do it because we feel that we don't really have a choice. But here's the thing, you do have a choice, because not everyone is living that way. Look, as you remember from the video, there are people who are in a different kind of level. People who are investors and big business owners. And maybe right now when you hear about being a big business owner, you don't really understand what the hell I'm talking about. Okay? But being a big business owner means that you don't really have only a little retail shop or a little restaurant. You have a big business. A big business, it's a network. And that's exactly what we are doing here. We're here to create a passive income and to make a jump from being an employee or self-employed to be an owner of a network or a business that sells products. Exactly as you see here. If you live in the Netherlands, I think that you've been at least one time in Albert Heijn. It's the biggest supermarket network. Or maybe in Fabo. It's one of the biggest fast food networks that you have here. Okay? McDonald's, Starbucks, these are big businesses. And the thing that right now is pushing us away to be a big business owner is one thing that is called material. But when I was in your position, I actually found out that you don't really have to come with $100,000 from home. You can actually build something different with internet marketing. If you've been in Amazon at least one time, I think you understand it's a little bigger than Albert Heijn. A little bit, okay, with the size. People who are coming to Amazon are buying in average an amount of $142 per one purchase. Maybe you bought something on eBay in the past, maybe a perfume, maybe a little a ring or a movie. In eBay, it's also possible. And maybe a vacation via Airbnb to have an apartment. In Amsterdam, we all know how tough it is to find a house. And Airbnb sometimes is a great solution. And that's what makes the difference. Because what Airbnb found out is that when you have the possibility to be the affiliator of something, to stand in between the customer to the owner, that's when the magic starts. Because guys, this is not actually a secret that this financial situation is killing us slowly. Maybe right now you are fed with a little income from the government of 900 or 1000 euro per month. It's not something bad, you can do it. But if you're thinking about the long run, maybe you will understand that right now when countries are falling down, like Greece or Iceland or Spain, that being dependent or something like that, when you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, doesn't guarantee you anything. And as you see here the picture, it's like a domino effect. Someone falls apart and then the other one and the other one and the other one. And we had this Brexit thing with Britain. And I had some rumors of people saying, wow, I wonder when gonna be the Nexit. And the Nexit is the Netherlands exit. There was only 1 week ago an article about that one of the biggest banks in the Netherlands is right now having a fee of more than $140 million for the government because of corruption inside of the system. So it's not a secret. Right now we're in the toughest situation that we ever had in the last 80 years. And we can do one of two things. First thing is to ignore, is what you can do right now, to close this video and to go back to your life. And the second thing is to follow my instructions and maybe to find out something new. And you know what I chose is to follow a shepherd that will guide me to my success. Because just think that when you, maybe if you have a driving license, you've learned it from an instructor that teaches you how to do it. I did the same. I started to educate myself from people who have already results, like Robert Kiyosaki, or maybe Bill Gates, or maybe Warren Buffett. And today it's very exciting because one of the biggest entrepreneurs in all the history of the US, the name is Donald Trump. Whether you like it or not, he won the running to the presidents and is one of the biggest investors in all the history of the US. And what they did, they writing books about being financially free. One of them is a very famous one. And only from the name, I understood for myself that, wow, maybe it means something. The name of the book is Why We Want You to Be Rich. And Robert Kiyosaki wrote it. This is Robert, by the way, the one in the corner. Okay? Robert and together with Donald Trump, they wrote a book with a lot of ideas of how you can develop yourself and to maybe think about your own big business that will do it for you. And in this chapter, the 27th chapter, they're talking about an industry that will doing right now a big transformation. Back then, in 100 years ago, they were knocking door to door, and they were selling products. Today, you don't really have to knock on doors in order to be successful. Back then in the 90s, when the internet got involved, it got the name of network marketing. And today, social marketing. And I have no idea who of you done social marketing, network marketing, or direct sales in the past. If you didn't do it with the internet, you have no idea what is this about. Have a look, guys. Regular marketing is when we're buying products. Let's say a brand, a very big brand like Victoria's Secret, okay? Sells perfumes all around the world. We have a producer and we have a customer in the end. So in order for us to be a customer of Victoria's Secret, we need to get in this marketing chain that actually taking a lot of money. More than 90% is stuck between the producer to the customer for us to be known about the product. And in this method, it means that the producer saves a little amount of the money, and a lot of this is stuck in order to the company to advertise us, to know us more about the product. So I don't know when was the last time that you didn't like to watch a commercial like on YouTube, this 5 seconds that you think that are going to take forever until they're gonna get in. But there's another way, and this is the direct marketing. This is our way of finding something else. Because what we're doing is very simple. Instead of pushing for advertisement, we are affiliating products online via social media like Facebook or Instagram. And then we're getting a very nice commission of 50% of the value of the product. So this is very revolutionary when you're using the social media, because you have no idea what power you have when you click this little like or little share in your own Facebook account. Did you know that you have a big database that you can use? I think that you didn't, because if you did, you wouldn't watch right now this video, and you wouldn't right now follow my guidance how to do it. But I just want you to understand, guys, Facebook didn't buy WhatsApp for 19 billion euro just like that. They bought it because they want our email address and our names. And when you understand that you can have it for free from your own Facebook account, then you make the change.